So this video is for our very respected Rishi Sunak sir. Okay, so what basically happened is that today he came back around 12 o'clock. So I thought, let's change the dress again. Always wearing all those suit and all those things. So let's change the dress. So why I am today? It's all because of India and UK going for a very comprehensive um, relations in terms of economics, in terms of economical relativity, in terms of fugitive offenders, extradition treaty, and many as other strategic alliances. Okay, strategic alliances which are going headway. So, anyways, see, means what I believe, sir, ki once a prime minister, it's always a prime minister. It's a lifetime achievement. Because let me tell you something, AUKUS, okay, it's a combination of US government, UK government is there, Australia government is there, India is not a part. But there over 4 years, 5 years, you have enhanced so much geopolitics from your side. Not only that if I want to talk about G20, if I really want to talk about G7, various other strategic arrangements, geopolitical connections, networkings, enforcement of the strategic, like in India we have the Delhi Declaration 2047. Okay, because 1947, 2047, 100 years, I think. Strategically you have that 2035 agenda, because the first government of India, constitution and the federation, it came into 1935. 1935. From there was the federation, there was the basic framework of constitution. I think that's the reason why UK government is celebrating the 2035 as their main federal agenda, where they can strategically grow in terms of, I think that is the thing. I really do not know, but I think that is the click. 1935, the first federation, the first formation of Reserve Bank of India, the first formation of, as much I could remember, Supreme Court of India. Okay, so I think that's the reason why UK government, they are going for the 2035 declaration. So, anyways, that's not that's of course, I think that's the beauty of geopolitics. I always say at some point of time, the administrative rule, the society segmentations, geopolitical connectivity, they will all be aligned. Everything will be based on structural reforms, political subjectivity will be there, market segmentations will be there, oil segmented economy, and various other frameworks will be there. But the basic beauty of geopolitics is that geopolitics is there, its existence is very much essential. That is 95% or 90%. But the 10% beauty lies in the para diplomacy, where the overall segmentation on a global or international attachment, something may be on healthcare, something may be on fugitive offenders, something may be on international policies, all those things, they are actually reformed, they are actually manipulated, and they are actually structured, and they are enforced in the national policies of each and every country who are going for this geopolitical arrangement, maybe bilateral, trilateral, G7, G20. Same goes with UK government, 2035 declaration. For India, it's 2047 declaration. Singapore mediation is there. Various other countries, they have different structures. They have different reserve values in terms of potentials. So that is, of course, the beauty of geopolitics. How you fundamentalize. There previously there was a time when comparative analysis was very much there. Now, for the last 5 years, 7 years, we do not do that. Comparative analysis is not only a geopolitical philosophy theory, but it's on public administration. It's like comparing the role model which we have in, suppose, agriculture with that of England, the banking systems in India with that of US government, the say the fishery sector that we have with that of, say, Australia. But now why they do not go with that figurine, it's because each and every country, they have different demographic dividends, they have their own set of GDP, they have their own set of constraints. Common constraints are everything is there, like if I talk about the China related factors, the Siang aggression related factors, hydro rigging related problems, inverted duty structure related problems, phytosanitary related problems, non enforcement of WTO, the 14th the Uruguay round agreements, these are common to all. But every country, they have their own set of GDP, they have their own set of reforms, they have their own set of say galvanization, how much we will go for public segmentations, how much we can say, suppose if I talk about India, so say the crop insurance in northeastern states are different from that of south. Some states have bigger GDP, some states they have some geographical terrain related problems. So within the country you cannot enforce these policies, so how can you lateralize it on a bigger fundamental, suppose UK government, US government, some sectors of India. So I think that is the reason why presently for the last 5 to 7 years they are not going for that comparative analysis. That is one. And two things which I of course love about your government, okay, UK government, UK comprehensive policies that will be there, international finance that will be there. India has done many strategic alliances for many years. There have been figurines of success, the European segmentations, OECD related segmentations, all those things. But two things specifically which I really love about your country is that one is the GDPR, and second is your first one is that GDPR is there, and second what I forgot, it's Sevottam model. Yes, these two things. I was actually forgetting it. First is the GDPR. Second one is the Sevottam model. I think that time with the Tony Blair government, it was much more functionalized by Tony Blair government, and laterally it was enforced in a very strategic way, based on all those institutions which largely dealt with the the public interface, railways, banking. They had their own charter, the bill of rights that were reproduced. So GDPR is very much essential. Rightly, in India we do not have GDPR laws, but why is it effective? It's because the moment I talk about GDPR, so the whole data, they have their own inertia of embassy laws, they have their own inertia of data structure, they have their own inertia of say data collectivity, their storage, their accreditation, and their apprehension. Four figurines are there. So what will happen is that whenever say your UK government, they are going for any public policy making. I'm not talking about international geopolitics or segmentations. Whenever on national grounds they may be doing some enforcing some policies on welfare state models, something on economy of scale, something on the institutional pluralism, something based on cooperative and competitive federalism, how to induce tensions based on manipulative resources, or how you can function well, or maybe on varied other sectors that their orange economies, their gig economy, platform economy. So a proper sentiment of mathematics, a proper sentiment of economics, a proper sentiment of logical reasoning, a proper sentiment of data policies, all the four things are infused, and accordingly the whole data credentiality which is there in your GDPR, protected by the GDPR law, they can actually galvanize better statement profiling in terms of public policy design, in terms of how much of funds you will allocate, in terms of its reciprocation, in terms of its execution, in terms of how you will galvanize these segments. So that is the reason which I very much love about your UK government is the GDPR. Its overall binary protection. There are officers who protect these segmentations, and over laterally they are enforced in the data policies, in public policies, public finances, and each and other segmentation. And the second thing which I love about UK government is the Sevottam model. Maybe Tony Blair government, he was first to institutionalize it. That is not that much important, but how will these things are galvanized into national policies? The public segmented institutions, say railways there, the local banks are there, various other post offices there. These things are also there in UK, no, right? So how will they are maintaining a charter? How will they are galvanizing these public policies? How will they are enforcing these public policies? The Sevottam model, from the concept of Sevottam model comes the concept of accountability, the e-governance protocol, system reliability. All these things are connected in a chain. So what will happen? Better delivery of enhancements, better output accreditation. In case of hunky dory situation, things are well executed, they are benchmarked, and accordingly they are assessed and enforced. So it's a all way government protocol where the public policies, public finances, people, government, institution, and their overall interface, all these peripheries are actually delivering for good governance for UK government. These two things are. Baki rest of the things, international finance, monetary policy, international taxation will be there. Sometimes some galvanization in terms of, say, geopolitical clouds, various enhancement in terms of AI, segmentations, data policy, everything will stay. There may be times of turbidity, there may be times of stability, there may be times when government they reciprocate for a better enhancement, maybe in terms of economical leverage, maybe in terms of economical apprehensions. But these two things, one is the GDPR, their overall clustered collectivity in terms of scientific management, um, your statistical tabulation, mathematics, and fundamentally you are using these protocols just to galvanize bigger uh, picture for data policies, public finances. That is there, protected by law, protected by statement profiling, backed by a legal benchmark. Unless it's protected, you cannot back it by a legal benchmark. Otherwise, it will be a political theory. It cannot be constitutionalized or fundamentalized. For that, you need a backing legal law. And second thing about that is key, the thing that I told, GDPR is there, and the Sevottam model. Of course, it's the face. International relations, international monetary policy, taxation, fugitive offenders, resource subjectivity, everything will stay. But how will these things are institutionalized in the face of public institution? Public institution, their overall transparency, their better governance protocol, all those things holds a very strong sentiment as far as UK government's long-term rationality is considered. So today I am not talking about India UK government. We are doing extremely well. Various strategic arrangement, institutional pluralism, geopolitics is there, oil subjectivity is there, twin balance sheet problems have been resolved. Enough of the federals, they are capitalizing the banks. They are going for monochromatic subjectivity in terms of economy, in terms of better cultural connectivity, and various other sectors are there. But these two apprehensions, of course, they are the I was be seeing the basic facets of UK government, which others countries should replicate. Okay, they should bring it under their constitution, enforce them in their constitutional laws, and I think that's the beauty of UK government. So once again, sir, I won't be wasting much of your time. Thank you, all the very best. Once again, I always wish you next time you again come to the position, became the PM, and rule it on a very frontal segmentations. But and India, UK, overall on international geopolitics, they sublime, they get executed, and they go for higher subjectivity. Okay, so once again, I wish you all the very best for the upcoming elections, and thank you. So it's 12:30, 12:50. So I must leave now. So Good night. It will be good morning for you. Thank you, sir.